水旅程起步冲到外太空，在天空中，在海洋中，起步的卡水旅程起得生机耶，起步的卡水旅程。
Hello, science explorers, and welcome to Chip's Science Base. I'm your economics captain, Chip, and today we're exploring a super clever way to make decisions. Have you ever thought about how you make choices every day? Like, should I eat this piece of pizza, or should I keep playing this game? Most of the time, we ask ourselves a simple question: yes or no? Do I want it, or do I not want it? But guess what? There's a much smarter question hiding behind that one. And today, I'm going to teach it to you. Instead of asking, do I want it or not, try asking this: if I have just one more, is it still worth it? That's it. That's the secret question. Notice something interesting? A yes or no question only gives you one answer forever. But this new question, is one more worth it? You have to ask it again and again, every single time, because the answer might change. Let's see this in action with something everyone has felt. Imagine you're super thirsty, and you finally get a glass of water. That first sip? Amazing. Best thing ever. But what about the 10th sip? By then, you're not thirsty anymore. You're just drinking water. It doesn't feel as exciting anymore, right? The first one felt like treasure, but by the 10th one, it's just water. So here's a big question for you. Do you think this happens with everything? That the more you have of something, the less exciting each new one feels? Let's figure it out together. We'll find out in just a bit.
起步的卡水旅程起步冲到外太空，在天空中，在海洋中，起步的卡水旅程起得生机耶，起步的卡水旅程。
Okay, let's keep exploring. Here's another example, this time from school. Imagine your friend tells you a really funny joke. The first time you hear it, you laugh so hard your stomach hurts. But what if they tell you the exact same joke again and again, and by the 10th time, are you still laughing that hard? Probably not, right? It's the same joke, but it just doesn't feel as funny anymore. And here's one more, from a cold winter night at home. When it's freezing, you grab a blanket and wrap yourself up. Ah, so warm. Adding a second blanket helps too. Still pretty nice. But what about a third blanket? By then, you're not really warmer. You just feel heavy and maybe a little too hot. Do you notice a pattern here? The water, the joke, the blankets. In all three, the first one felt the best, and each additional one felt a little less special. Grown-ups actually have a name for asking, is one more still worth it? They call it thinking at the margin. That's a big fancy term, but really it just means checking in each time. Is this next one still worth it? Now here's the big question I promised you. Does this always happen? Does the newest one always feel less special than the one before it? Have a little think about that. We'll be right back.
起步的卡水旅程起步冲到外太空，在天空中，在海洋中，起步的卡水旅程起得生机耶，起步的卡水旅程。
All right, let's crack this mystery wide open. Think about a rewards card. You know, one of those cards where every time you buy something, you get a little stamp, and when the card is full, you get a prize. Now imagine your card has 9 stamps out of 10. You only need just one more stamp to get the reward. How does that last 10th stamp feel? Super exciting, right? Actually, way more exciting than the very first stamp you got. So wait a second. This is the total opposite of the water, the joke, and the blankets. Here, the very last one is the most valuable one of all. So, does that break everything we just learned? Nope. it actually teaches us the most important part of today's lesson. There's no single rule that always works, like more always feels less special, or the last one is always the best. Sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes up. That's exactly why we don't just memorize one rule. Instead, every single time we ask the question fresh, is one more still worth it right now? That's the real superpower here. It's not about knowing the answer ahead of time, it's about knowing the right question to ask every single time. Once you start asking, should I have one more, instead of just yes or no, you'll notice you stop too early less often, and you also stop overdoing things less often too. You end up stopping at just the right spot, and that's pretty amazing. Here's something fun to think about before we go. When you're making a decision, like whether to have one more cookie or play one more game, other people around you are making their own decisions too. Do you think our decisions could affect each other? That's a big question for another day at the Science Base. And that's it for today's adventure at the Science Base. Keep your eyes wide open, and next time you're about to say yes or no to something, try asking instead, is just one more still worth it? See what you discover. I'm Chip. See you next time at the Science Base. Bye-bye.
起伏的喀雪旅程，起步冲到外太城，在天空中，在海洋中，起伏的喀雪旅程，启动升级耶。